Hi, this is Barry Enerson from the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room. It is Thursday, April the 23rd. This is the address to get into our room, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. All right, well, I didn't really have a lot of trades today. I only took three trades, not because I didn't have a lot of opportunities, and I'll discuss that a little bit. But one of the things is here is the window, excuse me, my multi-strategy window that I'm looking at right now all day, and you can see that it's giving me quite a few opportunities to trade. And unfortunately, I'm missing a lot of these opportunities. I'm doing other things, answering emails and sort of, I do unfortunately tend to get distracted sometimes because I have other windows open also, and I'm kind of monitoring. But I think I said this yesterday. I'm, almost at the point that I'm just going to discard virtually every other window and just concentrate on this, and maybe use the channel bar and cycle through the various themes as I'm watching this because it is earning season, so I do understand that, we're probably getting a lot more alerts than I normally would get. But nonetheless, I have to start concentrating on these because I missed one tremendous opportunity today and several others just because I didn't quite have the focus. And, even though I've been with Trade Ideas as a user for probably, I don't know, it's 4 or 5 years now, and it's this. When I first started, I had a lot of windows open, and I was trying to capture every single strategy, and I was getting nowhere because I was clicking left and right all day long and really accomplishing nothing. Now, I have definitely pared down the number of windows that I have open, but I'm still now starting to find I have a couple extras that I probably should just ditch and just concentrate on one thing. And especially when the optimized channel becomes fully developed in June, and I really expect major benefits from just using the optimized strategies and just almost forgetting everything else. And we'll have to see where that takes us, but. Anyway, right now, WFT, why did I take that one? This is one of my original strategies right there, long WFT at 1396, and you can see some of these ones, ABBV, I missed that one. Some are I know I'm sort of bouncing all over the place here, but you do get some alerts where it's 260 shares. You cannot act on that, and so obviously what I'm going to do is put a minimum share size in here. This one was 2.15 million at the time of the alert. I will continue to have, even though this is only 12,000 and 11,000, sometimes what happens is they don't work or they don't act right away. So even though this is oversold and here's the alert, it may stay there for a while or only inch up. And then later on, the volume starts coming in and then you can maybe take a trade. So I use this kind of like a watch list too. It's not just if I don't act on it, then I just dismiss it completely. But it's also good to go back and just see what's happened. So WFT anyway, 1396 was the trigger. So it would have been right below the whole number. So it would have been the trigger would have been right here. This is kind of a momentum play for me. And I took the trade right here at 1408 on the first break, actually. Usually I wait for the second break, see if it comes back down through the whole number and then back up. But I decided to take it right here. And I sold some right here at 1420. It looked like it was going to keep ripping up. I got up to 1427. And then as it started falling down, though, I decided to exit right here at 1408. And it kind of chopped around for a while. And you can, now obviously if I had held it all day, it would have been, it's still not that great. I mean, 1441 from 1408 to hold all day isn't great. And you would have had to watch it quite regularly to make sure that it didn't kind of collapse on you. CTXS. So this came from the, let me just make sure I can find it, CTXS from right here. Now you're going to notice these two are right ahead of it, 1024, 1025, 1025. This is the one I'm going to cry about. I'm going to show you a little bit later. But CTXS, the trigger was at 67.17. This is an opening 30-minute range break. Okay, so this is a break of the opening 30-minute range. And I took the trade right here, hard to see perhaps at 67.27. So just so the trigger was right here at 67.17. I took the trade right here at 67.17. I sold some at 67.50, and then this shook me out. Unfortunately, this darn bar shook me out, and I took the rest off at 67.33. So, not a great trade. I mean, in terms of profit and all, but right after that, it really, I mean, it's choppy. I have to say, it's choppy. Unless you're going to say to yourself, I'm going to take way fewer shares, I'm going to put a much wider stop, and I'm going to almost turn this into a mini swing day trade, swing slash day trade, because this certainly performed later on, 68.11 from 67.27, so almost a dollar there. And, it's been reasonable, but it is kind of choppy. What I want to show you though is here from this particular strategy. There were four alerts: DXCM, MDSO, this one, and this one, CTXS, and BJRI. So what happened to those? And this is the only one I took. So DXCM, I have to move this off the screen, otherwise it's going to disappear. But DS at 1024, 69.92. So let me just click on it. Sorry about that. Okay, DXCM. So remember, 69.92. So that alert happened way just below $70, okay? So it happened right around here. And yeah, a little bit of chop, but ultimately, again, it's one of those that you could almost sort of day slash swing it. High is 71.24 from 69.92. Pretty darn good. But even if you didn't, even if you got out legitimately, that would have still been a very profitable trade. The one that's really tough that I didn't take was MDSO. MDSO, here's the trigger, 51.35. 51.35. And look what happened to this. 51.35 is right around, so it's right around here is when the trigger came. Maybe a little chop there, but sweet from here on. I mean, you get it all the way up to, remember now, 51.35, a high of 55.28. Even if you had sold down here, it's still a fantastic trade. If you had sold a little bit and held on, I mean, it's still at 56.80. So that was the one I'm really upset that I missed, that I did not take. And the last one in this particular strategy is BJRI, and that member 51.53. So let's see what that one did. Sorry, it's not linked to this. I just have to, it's linked to my other screen. So BJRI, again, 51.53. So 51.53 is right around here. So, a little choppy here, but you could have certainly got out here. Remember, 51.53, 52.23, so not quite a dollar. But if you had sold a bit and then held on and then let this run take place, 53, almost $54. Again, from 51.53, that's almost $2.50. So, this one was really, really working well today. And it's funny because this one. I don't know if you remember, if you watch these videos enough, this is the original 30-minute opening range break that Dan gave us. And this one is sort of the new updated version. And I think it has some different filters in it and all, but it is a little bit different. And this is the one that was really working well. And this one was sort of on the sidelines. But I decided I wanted to see them both. I wanted to keep them both, see what alerts I was getting from both. And this one absolutely blew it away today. This one, not so much. I mean, VLTC, if you took it here, you would have got definitely stopped out. AST, it worked very well. This one eventually worked. Echo did not work, I think. But, it's just a matter of whatever starts working and you get a sense for it. I mean, you have to understand that when we get the optimized channel, I don't know how many strategies there will be in there. I really don't know, but there'll be some swings. There'll be some swing strategies, 5-day holds. There'll be some day trade strategies, and there we go. I forgot to. It's one of my hallelujah alerts. That's usually the good one. In fact, that would have been. Oh no, not right here. Okay. Um, yeah, so I mean, we're going to have a lot of strategies. So, that's going to be also, you have to try to figure out which ones do you really want to concentrate on? I mean, we have to create enough strategies to appeal to a broad range of people. So, you're really going to have to try to figure out which ones appeal to you. And I mean, I love the 30-minute range breaks. I mean, they make so much sense to me. It breaks the 30-minute range with all the filters we have in here that and it's, again, I always call this the holy grail because everybody, you go on the internet and search for 30-minute opening range breaks, you're going to see many strategies trying to or sell you on many different types of strategies based around the 30 or the 15 or the 5 or the 60. And I have never found one that worked. Believe me, if I found one that worked, I would have been using it. But this one just seems to be working very well. Now, will it work this well every single day? Of course not. But on the days that they really do work, you really have to take advantage of them. And I just didn't do that today. On the days that they don't work, you have stops in place and you just get out. I mean, it's that simple. It's not that you don't get creamed or anything. But the days they really work, they can make up for 10 losing days. If we could have 10 losing days. Not that we'd want 10 straight losing days on this, but you could have 10 straight losing days, losing a little bit on each trade, and then you could have one day like today, and that would wipe out all your losses. And but I'm not saying that that's the way these are going to work. I'm just saying that you have to we have to capitalize on the strategies when they're really working. So now the last one, just to what is it doing right now? Yeah, it actually is given up. That's too bad. Um, VGGL was our trade of the week. I came out on Tuesday. I took some yesterday and took some yesterday right here at 272. Held on, and I sold some at 326. And I see it's gave up three, which is really too bad. I see that it's still 9 cents above the open, so we'll have to, or the close yesterday. So we'll have to see what happens there. But this doesn't mean this trade is over. This just means that we've had a pullback today. Take a look at the daily chart, and it may be. Yeah, I mean, it may be good for an entry tomorrow if it can go above three again. We have to see what happens here. But I mean, this has got a long, long way to go. You have to I fully appreciate it. You have to take a look at a weekly chart, and yeah, there's some resistance maybe up in this area, but you get through there, and you're talking $19 now. You know, the strategy was devised to try to find something that looked like VLTC, which we've all been trading on. Finally, it had its day of reckoning today. It got well. This is the weekly, so let me just look at the daily chart. And yeah, I mean, here's yesterday. It hit the high of what 2022 or almost 2175 perhaps, and but now it's giving up quite a bit of it. I have to see if this holds 11. Certainly, you'd want to see this hold if you're thinking about getting back into this trade. You want to see this hold, but this may be over now, maybe done, maybe. And the interesting thing is that yesterday people were saying that they were finally their brokers like IB were finally allowing them to short the stock, and that was not people were not able to short the stock. The average person anyway was not able to short the stock all the way here, and then all of a sudden, I think it was about right around here, we we started hearing people saying that they found shorts or found shares to short. So we'll have to see what happens with this one, though. I mean, if it can hold here and bounce off say $9, then it could have another run. I don't think it's going to have a run back up to 20 anytime soon, but you never know. All right. I thought this was going to be a short video, but sort of rambled on a little bit. But let's see. And I think, yeah, that is definitely it. So let me just bring back the cover page. Here's the address to get into the trading room. And you can log in with your Facebook, your Twitter account, and I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow.